I still remember the sound before I felt the pain. A loud crack. My ears rang. My face stung. And the crowd around me went silent as if someone hit pause on the whole world. It was supposed to be the proudest moment of my life. My graduation. For years of struggling, studying, surviving, all building up to this day. My name had just been called. I'd walked across the stage with my cap slightly crooked because I'd been shaking since morning. My parents stood waiting at the bottom of the stairs for the traditional family hug picture. Instead, my father's hand landed across my cheek. Hard. My mother's voice followed, sharp enough to cut through the applause behind us. "You don't deserve that degree," she snapped. "You embarrassed us," my father added, eyes so cold they didn't look like eyes at all. I stood there speechless, holding the diploma case so tightly the edges dug into my palms. People watched. Teachers stared. My friends froze mid-celebration. And me? I felt something break inside me. Crack clean down the middle. Not because of the slap. Not even because of the yelling. But because a part of me realized. They meant it. They truly believed I didn't deserve what I worked for. And that moment, that public humiliation, started everything that came next. My silence, my anger, my decision to walk away, and the revenge they never saw coming. People often ask, how can parents treat their own child like that? Well, let me tell you, my parents were the type who loved their reputation more than their own kids. Everything was about appearances, the perfect family, the perfect son, the perfect future. But I was never perfect to them. If I got 90%, they asked why it wasn't 100%. If I won something, they asked why I didn't win something bigger. If I rested, even for a moment, they called me lazy. Every achievement was expected. Every mistake was unforgivable. They never celebrated me. Not once. Growing up felt like living inside a house where love had rules, conditions, and terms and agreements I never signed. My older brother, Daniel, was the family star. Captain of everything. Winner of everything. The golden boy who could do no wrong. Me? I was the backup plan. The shadow. The reminder of everything they thought could have been better. But even so, I tried. God, I tried. I studied until my eyes burned. Took part-time jobs to pay my own expenses. Did everything they asked and more. And still, nothing was enough. Maybe that's why graduation was so important to me. It wasn't just a degree. It was proof. Proof that I wasn't useless. Proof that I could stand on my own. I thought, just for one day, they might say, "We're proud of you." Instead, they slapped me in front of hundreds of people and whispered the words that changed my entire life. "You don't deserve it." What my parents never knew was this. I didn't graduate because of them. I graduated in spite of them. While my father lectured me about being a burden, I was working night shifts at a grocery store to pay rent. While my mother complained that I didn't buy her new clothes, I was skipping meals just to afford textbooks. They thought I lived in the dorm because I was independent. Truth? I lived there because I had nowhere else to go. My parents barely gave me anything. No emotional support. No financial help. Not even a good luck text on exam days. And even then, I worked my way through college. Every scholarship, every small job, every hour of tutoring other students. My degree wasn't a gift. It was a battle. And I fought every part of it alone. So when they slapped me at graduation, it wasn't just disrespect. It was like they were slapping years of sacrifice I made behind their backs. I think that's when something snapped in me. When I realized they didn't deserve me. After they yelled at me, they walked away like I was the one who embarrassed them. My classmates stared, unsure if they should come comfort me or pretend they didn't see anything. I wiped my face, straightened my cap, smiled for a picture with my friends, then quietly walked off campus and didn't go home. Not that night, not the next day, not ever again. I blocked their numbers, packed the small things I had, moved out from the dorm and into a shared apartment with one of my co-workers. And I promised myself, I will never let them make me feel small again. Never. Cutting off your parents is not easy. People judge you. Relatives say you're ungrateful. Friends tell you to forgive them. But none of them lived my life. None of them felt the years of insults, the emotional cuts, the pressure, the fear. I didn't leave because of the slap. I left because it was the last drop in a bucket that had been overflowing for years. And once I left, life became confusing, terrifying, and strangely peaceful. Because for the first time, I was living for myself. I threw myself into work. 2 jobs at first, then 3. Morning shift at a tech store, evening shift at a printing shop, weekend gig doing freelance graphic design. I barely slept, barely ate, but for the first time in my life, my hard work actually meant something. Within a year, one of my freelance designs went viral. A startup reached out, offered a contract, then a full-time position. I climbed fast, too fast for some people's comfort, from junior designer to lead designer to creative director, all before I turned 25. My salary grew, my confidence grew, my world expanded, and every step I took forward made the wound my parents left behind sting a little less. But here's the thing about success. It has a strange habit of attracting people who once ignored you. It happened 3 years after graduation. I was in my office, a glass-walled corner space I earned with sweat and sleepless nights, when my assistant said, "Someone claiming to be your parents is here." My stomach dropped. I thought it was a prank or a mistake. But no, there they were. My mother, suddenly softer. My father, pretending to smile. They looked uncomfortable sitting in the fancy lobby. They looked small. I walked toward them slowly, like approaching ghosts from a past life. My mother stood up first. "We miss you," she said. My father added, "We didn't mean to hurt you." I almost laughed. 3 years of silence. 3 years without a single apology. 3 years of pretending I didn't exist. And now they wanted me back? Why? Well, I didn't have to guess long. 2 minutes later, my father slipped. He said the words that made everything make sense. "Your brother lost his job. We thought maybe you could help the family." Ah, there it was. Not "we're sorry." Not "we were wrong." Not "we love you." Just "we need you now." And my heart went completely cold. I didn't shout. I didn't insult them. I didn't cry. My revenge wasn't loud. It was quiet, calm, deadly honest. I simply said, "You taught me I don't deserve anything. So why would I deserve to help you?" My mother's face twisted. My father's jaw tightened. I continued, "You slapped me at my graduation. You told me I wasn't good enough. You abandoned me emotionally my whole life. And now that your golden child failed, you remember I exist?" They shifted uncomfortably. People nearby were watching. I kept my voice steady, almost gentle. "You didn't come here for me. You came because you needed something.